Hey folks, it's Not Work Tabletop here, and it's another blistering day here in the UK, which has kind of got in the way of me doing some of the stuff I wanted to do this week. I was hoping to be making videos and pumping new stuff to the channel, and it's just that hot, it's really hard to set anything up. So I thought I'd bring you to something slightly different. This is one of my favourite little companies here in the UK. That do fantasy models, and I just got an email through today that inspired me to come and have a quick chat to you guys about this. And look at this, the new release Mountain Dwarf Command from Alternative Armies. You can see their website up here. I'm going to put the link in the post. But look at these guys. Look at these dwarves. These are 28mm. They're either going to be resin or metal. I'll have a look. Sculptors from Andy Cooper, Mike Owen, Dave Gallagher, Kieran Billings and Sam Crows, which is the Dwarvish hosts, which I'm going to scroll down and have a look at in a minute. But just check these guys out. Look at these guys. Isn't that amazing? These are some beautiful models. I do have some alternative models myself I'm going to look at. I like their flintlock range. But I just thought these guys in particular were worthy of a look. Sculpted by Sam Crows. Look at that. I think these are beautiful models. Slightly different grade on the picture capture there, but they're really good. There's their 28mm comparison. They're a nice. I find they're a nice blend with a lot of the Alternative Army stuff between what you'd expect from like Warhammer Fantasy or the old Marauder miniatures, from the very sort of 1980s, early 1990s feel of gaming miniatures, with something a little bit more true scale, like you see in the some of the old Relpatha sculpts, or even some of the modern Relpatha sculpts, some of the stuff you use for D&D. In fact, yeah, they normally posit these as sometimes adventurer bands or groups. Look at these Mountain Dwarfs value pack with saving, and the Mountain Dwarf hero. These guys got so much character in them. I sort of saw these and I was like, I want dwarves for no particular reason. I've got nothing to do with them at the moment. But look at these. That's a human wizard as well. Here we go. And Alternative Armies, they do a loyalty system. They have other bits and pieces going on. I haven't got a huge amount. I've always enjoyed looking at their stuff, and recently we got into Flintlock. I've got some Flintlock stuff I want to show you. I might shoot that later if I can get the shade right and set something up maybe outside to look at Flintlock. But yeah, but this is absolutely fantastic. This is gorgeous. Married on the Arcane. And then some goblin adventurers as well, because you've got some dwarves, you've got to have some goblins. So this is the end of June stuff that they're showing off, and it's the mountain dwarves, it's the dwarves heroes, it's the goblin bard. Look at that! Look at that! Isn't that incredible? So yeah, not a very long one, only a few minutes long. But you can find Alternative Armies at their website. Alternative Armies. This is the news contact. You do have to sort of go back into the main thing, alternativearmies.com, and have a look at stuff. But let's have a look at the Dwarvish hosts while we're here. Dwarvish hosts, that's the full miniature sets. This is everything. It's not a great picture there. That could just be my computer not showing up everything. But that's a wonderful thing. But these really inspire. Let's have a look, see if we can find something better. These really inspire the old Marauder miniatures feel. Because there's the command that we were just looking at. There's the chap by himself. So 325. It's just not bad pricing on a lot of this stuff. It's really quite good for what you get. I mean, you look at Go Workshop prices. And the Dwarf Berserkers. Again, this looks like Old Hammer. The Dwarf Berserkers. Look at these guys. Look at that. 6 metal miniatures. Look at them. Those are really cool. Those are really cool. If I find some good fancy skirmish rules to play with them. Dwarf Knight riding pig. That's quite entertaining. There's the Berserkers. These are all the guys up here done individually. So you can get them by themselves if you want. And these will make great slayers, I think. And the Dwarven blunderbusses. His axe across the back. Blunderbuss there. And this guy shoving something in the blunderbuss. And these guys as well. And you get them again as a a pack of 6. It's £21 for the pack of 6 of these guys. But again, it's that's pretty good in this day and age. A Siege Bombard, something closer to the old Imperial Dwarves. Yeah, the old Imperial Dwarves and the cannon from back in the day with Workshop and Citadel and Marauder. And the Dwarf Adventurers. This is good fun because you got like one for a bunch of the primary classes. Even a Dwarf Wizard, which didn't used to be a thing. And then was a thing, and then wasn't a thing, and then was a thing in D&D. The Cavern Fighters, or your miners. Shorter beards on those chaps. But when you just look at these things, these are amazing. Some amazing stuff. The High Dwarfs, which are far more Viking. Look at this. Look at these guys. So much character in these things. You don't need some of the silly stuff that's out there. There's some beautiful models out there that do some stuff, but some of it gets so overwrought. And there's some charm about them being not the most perfect things in the world. I mean, the dwarf of the shield wall with all his different heads, because it's just basically the same guy tilted a little bit with different heads on. And that's not to decry the sculptors. I mean, the sculptors' work here is beautiful. I mean, it's obviously different shirts, different textures, but it's a shield wall pose though. What you're going to do with a shield wall pose? There's not a lot you can do, really. But dwarf of the shield wall. It's £15 for the 5 of them. And the officer, standard bearer with the cheeky standard there. The dwarf command pack. The dwarf berserker, it's part of the dwarf command pack. Young dwarves. Let's have a look at the young dwarves. Oh, there they go. Yeah, young dwarves. How cool are they? How cool are they? And a gnome and a halfling to round it off, because gnomes and halflings. There we go. So halfling warrior, halfling warrior, halfling warrior. So conveniently 4 halflings. Convenient that. There we go. I thought I'd show you the dwarves from alternative armies. And so we'll get some miniatures out and show you some of them in a bit. But alternative armies they do a lot of fun stuff. Alternative armies, they have fantasy, they've got sci-fi, they've got different scales and ranges, so you can do epic, you can do 28mm. My personal favourite is Flintlock, although I really kind of want to look at the Erin myth cycle thing that they do, which is all the Cuchulainn legends and myths out of ancient Ireland and Wales and stuff, and very old British, or Breton, Brythonic stuff as well. But these dwarves popped up on my feed and I was like, those are amazing. I want to talk about them. I want to get this out there, and there we go. So well done, Alternative Armies. Going to put more of their stuff up as well, along with the Battletech and the other things that are going on. As I'm trying to work out exactly what we're doing and how to do it. But yeah, check them out, guys. Give them a look. And I'll catch you in another one. Bye.